All right, I do believe we are once again live. Welcome everybody to another edition of the Yankee Marshals Uncivil War chat. I would have put what day it is, but I forget. I think it's day 3. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell, when you're in the throes of a uncivil war, the Grand Rebellion. That all the other gun channels and survivalists and everyone told us was going to happen. But welcome, everybody. If you've never been here before, this is just a little conversation between myself and my viewers, and my viewers and my other viewers, because you get to talk to each other in the chat, too. If you've got a question or a comment you would like to ask me, this is the place to do it, because I can't answer all my emails. I get too many. I don't even see most of them. Unless I'm happen to be sitting here, like someone last night sent me a message and I replied, they're like, wow, that was fast. I was like, well, because I was still sitting here after my live chat, because sometimes after a chat, I sit here and be like, what the fuck was I going to do when I got off the chat? Then I have to go, and then I get distracted by something on the internet. So, but, so I don't check emails very well. Too many of them. And, what was I going to say? Oh yeah. And BMs, DMs, PMs, all that shit. I don't understand any of that crap. All that social media shit people slide into. I don't slide into any shit. So don't do that either. So if you've got a question or a topic for me, it's best to just ask it in the live chat. Just go to the live chat here and type in your question or your comment you would like me to address. And what did I just do? Okay, there we go. I'm back. Type in your comment. Like I said, put at the Yankee Marshal in front of it, though. At the Yankee Marshal. All one word, no spaces. And then a space, and then your question or your topic. That way I'll see a little red box up around my name. You won't see the box. I will. And I'll know that question or topic is for me to answer or address. I try to get to all of those. If I can't get to all of them for some reason or another, if I can't get to all of them, if you've got something you definitely want answered or a question you definitely want addressed, you can do a super chat. You can also do a super chat if you want to donate to the Pets and Vets program. But now here's my big old butt tonight. Everyone pay attention to my big old butt. Tonight, hold your super chats for a few minutes, because I'm going to go over and I'm going to get a little thing set up on my page. And tonight we're going to be doing, instead of super chats, hopefully everybody will go over and donate via PayPal so that we can, God damn it, I forgot the fucking dog's name again. Let me go over and look at Adam 1. Let's see, where's dog? Nina. Nina is the dog's name. So we will be going over and doing a little fundraiser for Nina, and I'm going to set that up right here while we're doing this, because I just got home like 10 minutes ago and had to go to the bathroom. So I didn't get out here in time to do it. I thought we left today at 2. I was like, oh, we got 4 hours to go do next to nothing, because we were just going to go to IKEA and to Kentucky Fried Chicken on the way home. Went to IKEA, lying around the fucking building, get in. Ain't nothing in IKEA important enough to wait that long to get into. So we just took off. I went by the gun shop, lying around the fucking building. Wasn't going to wait in the outside 2 hours again to get into the gun shop. So then I went to Sportsman's Warehouse, spent some time in there, bought a new flashlight, which I don't have out with me right now. Here's the crazy thing. My son and I both wanted new flashlights, and we went out and bought them. We didn't sell our souls to a flashlight company to get a flashlight. I just went and paid for them. They were $70 each. That was not a tiny amount of money, but it's better than selling your soul to Olight or something. And I got Phoenix lights, which I like better. Well, wait, one of them's a Phoenix, and one of them was something else. What was mine? I had to remember, but did that. But let's say here, okay, I've done all the warm-up happening. Super chats, talked about super chats. Oh, and if you donate $4.99 or more to a super chat, you get an entry into the friend drawing. Same thing with the donations tonight to the fundraiser for the puppy. For every $5, you get an entry into the friend drawing. We do the friend drawing at the end of every month. I was waiting. The reason I was trying to stop by the gun shop today is to see if the friend gun came in for the last winner. And I still have not been contacted by Custom Creations. If Justin Boots is here, I still ain't been contacted because the winner before last chose to have one of their guns custom engraved. And the last winner got a revolver and a violin, which I still need to tell him what the difference on the price of the violin was. But I need to know how much the shipping is going to be on the gun before I can do that. Because on those I have to be very precise. Because if anyone ever came back and tried to get me in trouble, like the other gun channels that love to report me all the time for everything I do when they're preaching about non-censorship and standing together, and then they report me every time I give something away or do a. You know how many people reported me on the fucking raffle for the FK Burno? They reported me to Patreon. They reported me to YouTube. It was just. But let's see here. What was I going to do? Oh, I was going to go over to the Wix site and I was going to put up the winners from the other one. And then I got to do a little adding here quickly. Hold on. I'm just going to put, where's this at? Okay, let me get the picture over here. And y'all can bear with me for a minute. We'll go long tonight to make up for, instead of doing just an hour, we'll make up whatever time it takes me to get this set up. It won't take me too long here. Image uploads. Come on. There we go. I got to add an image to this because I just saved an image. Where's it at? Where's the picture of Nina? No, that's not Nina. Why is nothing coming from today? Maybe it went into downloads. Yep, there it is right there. Come on, Nina. There we go. It is importing. It's only 97 kilobytes. Let's see how long it takes it on my internet. Still importing. There it went. That was pretty fast for my internet, actually. Let's crop this image just a little. Crop. Let's bring this over here a little bit. Let's bring this up a little bit. There's a good cropped picture of Nina. Oops, nope, don't do that. There, that does it. And check. All right, now I'm going to put her picture over here. And then I got to put a little text blurb. So bear with me here, people. And if you did a super chat, I will get you. We got to get this set up here. So hold on. I just got to put a little blurb on there now. What did I just say? Add text. Heading to, okay. Why is this not typing? I don't know if I put your name in right or not, but that'll have to do. Okay, I got the little blurb typed out. I just got to put it where I want it, which I don't understand that part too well. I don't know. Okay, there we go. Let's get that off there. Let's put this right here. You take this down to here, this over to here. What size do we want to make this? Center it. All right. Okay, I got it all on there. Let me move this up. Hold on. I got to move this stuff up. Okay. All right, now I got to just set up the donation button, and then we're ready to go. Donating, PayPal account information. On surgery, right? That's one of those words that always gets me. Let me see if I got the PayPal info right. Yep, it's all right. Okay, there we go. So it's over there now. I just got to hit publish. Okay. It's all set up. So now everyone, you can just go over to tympistolproject.com, and it's about the third thing down on the page. It's right below where I announced the winners, because I couldn't figure out how to move that down right now while moving this up. So go over there, donate over there. I'll be reading the people who donate over here, and then I'll try to look, see if you've got anything you're saying on there too. But go on over there. I think I made it clean and easy to find over there. Let's see here. What am I doing? Let me move these down a little bit. And I'm going to put a colored box around it. Right here. Maybe I can do this. Yep, that seems to have worked. I moved it. Now I'm going to put a colored box around it. Add a box. Let's change the color of this box. Let's make it pink. Yeah, it'll be pink because I'm assuming Nina's a girl. So she's kind of butch looking dog if she's not a girl. Let's move this up here. Then I got to figure out how to shove it to the back, people. So give me a second. Why did it go back to the size it was? There. Stay there. Stay fucking there. Okay, stay there. All right, now how do I push it towards the back? Change design, undo, overlapping items, see all layers, arrange, move, send to back. Okay, there we go. All right, now I can hit publish, and it's over there. All right, anybody want to check, see if it's over there? Before I... all right. That's just all. I'm not seeing the new emails for some reason. Oh, there we go. Well, it must be working because we've gotten donations already. So let's see here. We got a large donation from Mike Esbick. Oh, and I think the amount needed was, he told me the amount needed. Anything we get over, if we're not going to go over the amount needed because I think it's like $1,000. So whatever we get, and then the rest we'll just, if there is extra, we'll just put it in a Pets and Vets fund. Also, I'm getting ready to do something for the Great Dane Rescue in Florida. So let's see here. Let me get back to my chat here. Let me read the people who've donated so far. Michael Ezapek donated a very generous donation. Stephen Ode donated. Matthew Johnson donated. Matt's Johnson. Christian Carlson donated. Wesley Bradshaw donated. Matthew Anderson donated. Jeff Patterson donated. Oh, a sizable donation. Miguel Diaz donated. And Alexander Deifel donated. Alexander Deifel. Yay. Now I got to get my I don't even have the damn chat window pulled out yet. That's how unprofessional I'm being today. Let me get the chat window pulled out so I can see what y'all are saying. And don't want this playing. So there we go. Pop out chat. Take that chat over here. Enlarge it. And then I can close that window. Boom, boom. Okay. Now I got to read all the super chats real quick over here because I missed some as we were getting started. Okay. Got a super chat from Dakota Prepper who says, for the pets and the vets. For the pets and the vets. Got entry of the friend drawing. We got one from William Keller who said, thanks for all you do. I ordered a Beretta 92X compact. Also got night sights and holster. Nice buy. Nice buy. I love the gun. Love the gun. And I know there was another one. Where'd the other one go? I'm trying to get all of them. I thought there were 4 total. Let me see. I'm scanning up, but I ain't seeing it. Where did it go? Here's one from Ryan Reynard. Ryan Reynard. What is that name, Reynard? It's the villain. Wasn't that the villain's name in the first season of that witchcraft series? Not witchcraft, but it was called something else. The Magicians. Wasn't that the bad guy, Reynard, or something? Ryan Reynard donated the Pets and Vets Fund. Do you think that if they would have used 9mm instead of the 45 ACP against the morons in Philippine War, the Moros, and said morons in the Philippine War, that it wouldn't had the same legendary status as the 45 does today? 38 long coat was weak. Probably it wouldn't have the status that it has today, but everything gets its day in the sun, I think, and that was its day in the sun. And I thought I missed a super chat, but maybe I didn't. I'm looking. Hold on, people. Give me a second because this is. Oh, Wesley Bradshaw says, save that puppy. I will do what I can. That's the one I missed. Now I'm about to go over and read more names. Hold on. This is going to take a second. These people have also just donated via PayPal to the Nina Surgery Fund. We got it from Arthur Dunham. Always see that name on the list. Tim Falsum, blah, 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 blah. DM Faust, let's just say that, has also donated. So did Craig Doyle, John John Wheatman, Russell A. Glass, Johnny Beavers. I don't know if that's your real name. Mark Sipes donated. We always see that name on the list as well. Kevin R. Larson, another common name. Not common name, common on the lists. James Darrow. Larry Vermeil. Sean Bain. David Willard. Neil Loose or Lucky. I don't know how to pronounce that. Loose or Lucky. Either way, loose and lucky. You could always be loose and lucky, I guess. Most people who are loose do get lucky quite a bit. Dave Glick. Whenever I hear his name, I always think of Jiminy Glick. Are you in relation to Jiminy Glick? I love Jiminy Glick's talk. That's the only time I ever found Martin Short funny. It was Jiminy Glick. Eric Schwartz. Eric Schwartz donated. So there we go. I need to get a page open here with the PayPal thing real quick. And we'll get to some questions and stuff over here, and then I will get back to reading. Once we get more, built some names built up over here, I'll go over and read those some more. Bruce Labrador says I missed his super chat. I'm going to have to go to the super chat page. Hold on. I'm going to have to go to this page. Hold on. Open link in a new tab. YouTube Studio. Come on. Come on. There we go. Supers. Bruce Labrador says, wait, that's from yesterday. Where's the ones from today? No, I guess that's from today. Did Josh say just warming up again today? Because I thought that made me think it was from yesterday. I think that might have been the one I missed that I thought I couldn't find. Josh said, just warming up. Bruce Labrador says, I sent a message about the final amount to send you, but got no response. That's because I ain't figured it out yet. I'll let you know. I ain't no hurry to get I ain't hurting for it. I just have to get it eventually so that in case anyone ever reports me, I've got a paper trail showing I didn't provide more than $800. But we'll get it. Until the gun's in your hand, it ain't really a concern because as long as we got it done before the gun's in your hand, we'll be all right. But don't panic. I'll get it to you in a minute. I like money, so I will do the work to get the money. Leaning towards the camera like that makes head look huge, does it? Does it make my head look big when I do this? How about when I do this to the microphone? That's what people complain about the most is that I don't keep a steady distance from the microphone, and then they bitch about it because they're like, oh, you're bothering my ears. I get that a lot. Oh, and I'll have some more money to put towards my gun now because I bought 2 really nice microphones. For anyone who buys microphones, I bought a Rode and I bought a Shure. Together, it was like $1,000. And I did a test today where I did multiple settings on every microphone, including my old MXL 770s that I have here. The number 1 microphone that people chose as being good was the Shure MXL. The number 2 microphone people chose as being good, the cheap MXL 770. It was the MXL 770 in first place and second place, and it cost me $70. No, wait, it was $120. $120. So a lot cheaper, and people seem to think it sounds better. So, so I get to send back. I already got 3 of these things. I got to send back the 2 expensive ones because it's like it doesn't seem to make that big of a difference. Sometimes you pay for more than you get, I guess. I'm going to go to the bottom and work my way up as far as questions go. Did my PayPal go through, Fogey? Wait, I got a list of people to read here in just a little bit. It's already building up over here. So once it goes through, I will let you know. What letter were those? What? Well, A was one of them. I forget the other one. I think it was D or C. C or D. I've got it written down. I was actually smart enough that as I did it, I wrote down which microphones it was, what the settings were, like what the preamp was at, what the switch that controls the volume was at, and whether I had a windscreen on it or not. So I wrote them all down this time. And one of the ones you all thought was best was A, which as you can see right there, MXL 770. So let's see here. I'm gonna go over here and read some. Well, let me do a question first. How far should you go arguing with someone before you accept that they won't listen to reason? I think it becomes pretty apparent after like a couple of minutes, really. But you got to try. I mean, why not try? If you're not willing to present your argument in an intelligent manner, it doesn't matter. If they don't listen, here's the thing. If you present your argument intelligently, calmly, and efficiently to someone multiple times, and they refuse to see reason, or they're illogical, or they're less than calm, you may not ever convince them, but everybody else that sees you have that conversation will start going, that person's crazy, and this person is calm, articulate, and correct. So that's what really matters sometimes, is who sees the argument. I like the D setting. D. Yep. The only one that even got close in the rankings was the Road came in, I think, third place, 1-1 setting. I choose A. What do I win? You don't win nothing. Oh, you get your box mailed. It's been mailed, I know. So you should be getting your box anytime soon. Wow. It does have to go all the way here to, what is it, 100 miles north in Washington. So it might take a few days, but it should get there. Do you foresee more violence in the coming days? Nothing major. I mean, yes, violence is bad, and people did bad things at the Capitol. There were probably a couple hundred people there doing horrible things, but there were thousands of people there, and they didn't do anything horrible. So I'm not going to condemn them. I'm not even like the ones that just walked into the Capitol and didn't destroy property or try to break down doors, which even most of the people that walked into the Capitol didn't try to do that. There was about 100 people maybe that were causing serious problems. And those 100 people need to go to jail. And I'm loving today watching those people get arrested. Like the guy put his feet up on the desk. Yes, arrest him. The guy carrying the podium. Yes, arrest him. The guy in the that followed the cop up the stairs very aggressively. Yes, arrest him. The guy in the buffalo hat or whatever it was. Yes, arrest him. And I say the same thing with Antifa. If someone gets caught looting or burning, yes, arrest them. If someone gets caught throwing a brick at a cop, yes, arrest them. Same thing. Because they played right into the hands of the people who want to demonize anyone who disagrees with the politicians. Oh, I want to go over and read the names now. Hold on. Here's some more names from the eBay thing over here. I want to have to search here for service at eBay because it's getting other stuff. Hold on. Service at PayPal. There we go. All right. Because I don't want to start reading off like letters from other people or something. We got Paul Raymond did a nice donation over there. William Keller Jr. donated. Bruce Labrador donated. So did Abelia Fuentes. Abelia Fuentes did a sizable donation over there. Richard McAllister donated. Mark Calkins donated. See, there it is. Some of these I can see the amount, some I can't. Depends on I get two types of notifications from people, and I don't know what the difference is. Joe Pearson donated. Art Maddox donated. We all know that name. James Howard donated. Gregory Matson donated. Oh, and Abelia Fuentes donated again, or else I'm getting two different types of notifications. I don't know. And Jonathan Moore, not sure I pronounced that name. But, I wanted to sign into PayPal, didn't I? And it's not doing it. Here we go. Hold on. Let me get a drink while we're waiting for that to sign in. I got to get something to drink. I'm thirsty. I drove all the way up the hill with nothing to drink. Well, I'm someone when I drive, I drink almost constantly. So I have to have a bottle of water next to me while I'm driving. Usually I take two, one for the drive down to town, one for the drive back. Let's see here. We're about halfway to what he needs, I think. I thought he needed $1,100 and we're like $520. So we're getting close. Getting close. I think is he here? Is X Adam 1 here? I don't know if I see him here or not. Let me go over here real quick and see if I can find that email, because I thought he mentioned how much he needed. Here we go. Nina's surgery. I thought she said maybe he said in the chat how much it was. That might have been what it was. I think it was in the chat. He said how much. What is Ding, ding, ding. What is that? I don't have my phone out here. Oh, yeah, I do have my phone out here. Maybe he's text messaging me with how much the total is. Someone's text messaging me. B, F, I, and K were the ones that didn't have any echo or room noise. Oh, it's Matt. Oh, is he here? I didn't know he was here. Is he out there anywhere? I'll send him a link just in case. Even though last time he didn't. Miss Guerrero says for Nina and super chat. So I used to always just do super chats for these things, but it's better to set it up through PayPal because YouTube's going to take 30 to 40% of that, where PayPal takes like what, 2% or something like that. So not as bad. And with PayPal, you get it right away. With these, I have to wait 2 months to get them. I don't get this for 2 months. So, I accidentally just looked at the picture of why Nina needs surgery again. I don't want to see that. Is X Adam 1 here? Did anyone notice if X Adam 1 is here? He's almost always at our chats. But tonight, the one night we're doing something for his puppy, he's not here. Almost painful to watch. What was almost painful to watch? What's the statue of that Alaskan you wanted? Oh, the status of that. I was like, statue of an Alaskan. What was the status of that Alaskan I wanted? Still haven't found one. Oh, by the way, Miss Guerrero, when I said that was a super chat she did to say for Nina. I don't know why I can't remember the name Nina. You think I'd be able to remember that? She sung 99 Luftballons. Or 99 red balloons, which is not what 99 Luftballons translates to be. But it was 99 red balloons here. Is it on your website, Donations for Nina? Yeah, so I haven't told people, have I? Let me put it in here. www.tymppistolproject.com. Remember tonight, instead of giving me any money, go over to the website, hit that PayPal link. It's like the third one. It's like the third little box down. It's got a picture of Nina. And it's got a donate here with buttons. Click on that. That'll go to the Nina Surgery Fund, and we'll be able to transfer that over to him like immediately once he lets me know how much it is that I think it was $1,000, and we're already like halfway to that. And he is one of our own, by the way. This time we're actually doing something for someone we all know, X Adam 1 here in the chat, who's got a sicky puppy. Oh, poor little thing. He says he hates to see her in pain. I'm like, oh, I would too. She's such a cute little thing. She looks just like a dog I had when I was young named Missy. It was a Chihuahua mix. And looks just, identical. Looks just like Missy. A little fatter, maybe. I don't know. That dog ain't chubby. She's just thicker, I think. Magazine ban and open carry ban submitted in Washington State. Yeah, neither of them are going anywhere. Considering the open carry is in our Constitution. Someone says, you are the man. Well, I don't know about that, but I'm a man. I don't know if I'm the man. I like to think I am, but what is this? What did I have to go to? Service. That's what I have to take my car in for service too, because the radio they put in this car ain't never worked right. From the day they put it in there, it ain't worked right. And today it gave me blue screen. So here I took a picture to show them. This is what it's been doing to me lately. Like it'll say, one of your favorite songs is playing. Then I go to the favorites list and it says, you ain't got no favorites. And then today it did this to me. It did the blue screen of death like twice. As I'm driving down the street. This was when I had my reverse. I had put it in reverse and it just went blue screen and then stayed on that for the rest of the trip till it finally reset like half an hour later, after I hit the off button several times and everything else. Hi, David. I'm Stu Sasser in Southwest Georgia. Some politicians and media have started to call for more federal laws to fight domestic terror. War on drugs, war on terror, now war on domestic terror, more power for the government. Yeah, they'll use it to try to pass more shit. They don't need more power. They just need to enforce the laws that they should be enforcing and then ignore some of the ones they should be ignoring. So not a big fan of any more legislation for that shit. But, you know, it's nothing they can't say they weren't warned about. I mean, FBI's been screaming it. The CIA even's been screaming it. All the most local law enforcement have been saying, hey, BLM is not as big a threat to us right now as white nationalist groups. Homegrown terrorism is on the rise. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's been the case for years. And it's not like you all are doing anything to make it better. You may give people more case to be angry. All right. I basically, hell, I ain't answering your question again because I answered it the last 2 days in a row when you asked it. Although I guess there is a point in asking in case there's people here that didn't hear it the other day and you're trying to make a point to people, but my throat's sore. Scroll up a little. X Adam is here. Oh, okay. Did he say how much it was he needed for that surgery? I'm not seeing him. I'm scrolling up a lot and I'm not seeing him. Where the fuck is he? Okay, I don't. Oh, there he is. He said he got his K-bar knife. Sent you an email. I think he's one of the ones that got me to where. No, he bought one after me. I think the K-bar. I've got mine over there. The space K-bar. If you're there, send me an email that lets me know how much it was you needed. 1,100. See, that's what I thought. I thought it was around $1,000. I thought it was a little over $1,000. So 1,100. How close are we to that now? We are at 525. Let me take this out of here. Come on. I know we've had donations since then. It's still telling me 525. There it goes. Now it's gone blank, which means it's updating. Now we're at 576. 576. So we've gone up a little bit. Let's see here. King Henry 47 says, for the pets and other vets. Six Semper Tyranna says, apparently I'm Abelia Fuentes. My PayPal was hacked, and for some reason they only changed my name. I'm still trying to fix it. It's weird. And also, Abelia Fuentes. Where did I read that name? Was it on a super chat or what was it on? I saw Miss Guerrero. Oh, someone donated over here. Abel Fuentes. Let me see if I can find that. How is it spelled? So we might have a bad donation that's coming out of there. So let me figure how much they donated. And Bill. Oh, let's see here. I'm gonna try to find it. Larry Vermeil. Oops. David Willard, John Bain. Loose. Abelia Fuentes, I guess they donated $50, which was a good donation, but we're going to take $50 out of this. But I am very disappointed in someone. If you hack someone's fucking account and you're going to make a donation, do like $5,000. What is the maximum PayPal allows? Asshole. You don't even steal right. Let's see. Where are we at here in the questions? Did I answer that? I answered that from King Henry, who just said, for the pets and the vets. Let me see if I got any more names to read over here. I do have more names to read over here. I got David Wendell, or Wind. David Wind. That's something from Mr. Guns and Gear. Oh, he's advertising a site. What do you know? A Spark site, solar. And he's got a fucking discount code. Oh my God. I got to run right over and get one of those. How surprising. You almost never see these people give out discount codes. Andrew Carmichael donated. Charles Schnez, is that your real Schnez? Miles Hill Smith. Does Miles have two daddies or two mommies? Daryl Duckworth. Sounds like a character off of like the DuckTales. Frank Ray donated. Or Rizella Guerrero. I'm betting that might also be fake because that sounds weird. But that might be someone's real name and I just insulted them. Marlon Doan donated, which I think he already did once. So I think that was a duplicate. A redo. Not a redo, a dupe. No, what would you say? Did it again. A second one, I guess I would just say. Also, Corey Long. Trevor Cargile, Kevin Burke. See, that was a nice, easy name to pronounce. Brian Allen, that's an easy one to pronounce. See, and Michael Meyer. So there we go. Oh, there's one more came in, so I just might as well read this one. Joseph Canure. Let's see here. Let's go up to the chat here. You ever think about moving? Grew up in this state and it blows for trying to start a career. Don't want to deal with the BS. No, I'm not trying to start a career though. I'm just trying to wait till I die. No, I donations, but it's just under some weird name. Oh, okay, with money, I'm fine with that. You can go by whatever name you want to go by, sweetie. If you little miss whatever her name was, if that's your alter identity, we're okay with that. I heard they're trying to ban. Oh, I read that. Mags and open carry. Yeah, I'm not too concerned either of those will go anywhere, but still, we got to keep our eyes on them. Said it was $1,100. Good. Well, we're going to get most of it tonight, I think. More than half. Sorry, bad internet. No hard feeling. Well, no, I'm not hard at all right now. It'll take more than that to get me home. Let's scroll up a little. I read that. He's here somewhere. I read that. Hi, David. I read that too. Nina is also the name of my blue nose pitty. Oh, I saw the cutest little baby bullnose pitty tonight. Oh my God. It was just a baby, just taken from his mommy. And it was at the PetSmart. Oh, he was so cute. Oh my God. If I had ovaries, they'd be aching. I guess I could say it made my balls ache, but that sounds creepy. Is it on your website, donations for Nina? Yes. Remember, tonight, in lieu of super chats, everyone should go over to PayPal and donate there. There's a place, not PayPal. Go over to TYMPpistolproject.com. TYMPpistolproject.com. About the third thing down the page, you'll see a big picture of Nina and a little blurb, and then you'll see a donate here and a place to click the button to donate here. Donate there. Every penny of that they give me will get sent over to cover Nina's until we reach the maximum. If for some reason we reached the amount, we'll keep the rest for pets and vets and put it towards like the Great Dane Rescue or something next time. But we're going to try to get as much of the 1,100 as we can tonight. Because even if we don't get all of it, that's still a big help, I think. Even if the 575 was all we did, that's still a help, I think. I don't know if you can see my photo I added by my name, but that is Miko. He's my sweetie. I can see it, but it's small, and I got bad eyes. How the hell did Inslee get reelected? He's been in office since I've been born, and even my most left-leaning friends hate him. Just don't get it. He's connected, and he's a name everyone recognizes. So that's how politics work. Everybody's horrible except for the one you support. That's the way all people who are political, like, oh, they're all horrible except for my guy. Like if you're in, where's Mitch McConnell from? Like whatever state you're in, you're like Mitch McConnell's worst, but the people in there are like, yeah, they're all horrible except for Mitch because he's our guy. We're over 700 now. Over $700 now. Either a lot of donations came in or, well, there was a couple decent sized ones too. Let me go read the names of the newest ones that have come in. Ghost Tactical Productions, LLC. Ghost Tactical Productions. That's mighty fancy. Christopher Andres. That was one of the big donations. Another good donation from Raymond Leverens. Charles Harrison. See, why can't everybody be named like that? Like Charles Harrison. Dustin Cornelison. That sounds like a topical cream, Cornelison. Like if you get a wart, you put some Cornelison on it and it goes away. Michelle Mullen also donated. Michelle Mullen. Let's see here. Let me go back over here to the chat. Oh, and by the way, yeah, Tim Allen is putting the info in there for people who want to go over and, oh, no, wait, that's to be a patron. He also put the one in there to go over to the TYMPpistolproject.com. You can scroll down, see the little thing about Nina's surgery, and get that taken care of. Donate there. My uncle just paid $500 for Jaeger's fighting pistol class so he can qualify for the $500 fighting shotgun class. I mean, those classes are very fun. I mean, they're awesome fun. And you learn something probably. Now you got to go take and put it into practice before it's ever going to be meaningful. You just take a class and then don't practice that shit. It's like not going. It's like taking one tennis lesson and then never playing again, and then thinking you're going to be able to take on Bjorn Borg, who I think is still alive. But yeah. But is he cute in a mini skirt? Okay, I don't know who they're talking. Oh, they're talking about what's his face, who is also apparently a Hispanic woman in his spare time. Orizella is a real name, and she made an angry face. I'm thinking it might be Orizella Guerrero. Just tuned in. Do you ever listen to foreign language songs? I have, yeah. I like some K-pop. And I kind of got to where I started listening to it. See, I was in Korea for a little while, and I started listening to it. And there's some I actually like. It's very positive. It's very and it's catchy and it's funny sometimes, and it's weird if you watch the videos. Watch the chicken song that like just type in like Chinese chicken song or Korean chicken song or whatever it is. They're just weird. But it's pretty good stuff sometimes. I like it. I don't understand a fucking word they're saying, because unless they say something like Maraichi Marayo Nanu David Imita, or let me see, what else can I say? Anyong Haseyo Nanu Dave Imita Maraichi Marayo. I don't know a whole lot of phrases. I think I know how to say where's the bathroom. Most of the things I know are greetings, like, hello, my name is David. It's nice to meet you. Or hello to you and your wife. You have a lovely home. Things like that. That's mostly what I know. You say that every time you read my name, Miles. Do I? I don't remember what I said. DC abolished the death penalty. So the man who murdered Officer Sicknick won't be executed if he's ever caught, tried, and convicted. I hope he's caught, tried, and convicted. Well, someone obviously murdered him. I'm not saying I hope anyone they arrest gets tried and convicted. I'm hoping once they get the right person, they're tried and convicted, because they might get the wrong person first. You never know. Marlin 60 or base version Ruger 1022. I'm going to say Ruger 1022, just because what's available for it and how you can get, other stuff. The Marlin is not as versatile, so I'm going to go the Ruger. Even though the Marlin 60 was the first rifle I ever owned when I was 8 years old. So I have a love for the Marlin, but, do you think manual transmissions will go away? I don't know if they'll ever go fully away, but they're definitely becoming rare, and they're usually only available in performance cars now. Like even your regular inexpensive cars, usually it's hard to find a manual. It's hard to find a manual even in performance cars. I've been looking at cars lately because I've gotten that, I want to trade my car in bugs. I've had this one for over a year now, and I hit 6,000 miles. So like I got 6,000 miles on this one. I want to trade it in. I need to start looking at leasing because I don't really keep a car very long, and I keep a car like 2 years max, and I never put a lot of miles on them. So leasing would probably be better for me, but I haven't done that. But no, I don't think manual transmissions will go completely away. Although I think they might get replaced by like the auto shifting. But a true driver wants the manual shift. It has good knees. That's the only reason I don't buy manual shifts anymore. I prefer to drive a stick shift. If they could make a stick shift to where the clutch was on the steering wheel and then you shifted, that would be better. Or maybe I would like to see where maybe they make it to where the clutch is on this side of the steering wheel and then you rock back and forward on this side to shift the gears instead of up and down, because the up and down confuses me. But I don't think they'll ever go completely away, but they're becoming less and less common, and they might evolve to a different type of a setup. Like auto clutches and stuff like that. Like if I get one with an auto clutch, I think I'd be a little better off, a little happier, because I just can't use my left leg for pushing the clutch anymore. My knee is just too bad. It's too bad. We're over $800 now. We're over $800. Let's see here. Let me read some more names over here. And remember, every $5 donation does get you an entry into the friend drawing this month. I will tally these into it. Chris Williams donated, got an entry there. Nelson R. Moral. I thought he said more, but with an exclamation point, like he's real proud of himself. But it's moral, like moral oral, or the moral of the story. Greg Ways donated. Ronald Vickner. Stephen Meeks. I always want to read that as Stephen Meeksies. Stephen Pierce. Mike Van. Oh, wait, that's something else. I'm reading stuff that aren't donations here. That's a Patreon message. So, a donation here from Brian Proxmire. That was a good sized donation. And then something from Gun Websites on Patreon. I need to search for the service at PayPal again, because I'm just reading you all my emails. Service, where did it go? Saberforge. Why am I? Why is this not telling me the service at PayPal? There we go. Right there it is. Boom. All right. Now I should only see the ones that come through for PayPal. Let's see here. Where was I? I heard they're trying to ban mags in open carry in Washington. They'll try. I don't think they'll get anywhere, but we will be watching. Trust me. It's Luftballons. Luft German like in air. Yes, I know. That's why I said it's not what it translates to. It doesn't translate to red balloons because in America it was 99 red balloons go by, but it was 99 Luftballons go by. It's like saying, I guess, like we would say, like closer would be 99 dirigibles go by or something, or you know. Let's see here. Where am I? What knife is in your pocket? That's an easy to answer question. It is. It's my little Kershaw. My little zombie green Kershaw with the black blade. Very practical little knife. And plus, if I lose it, I'm not sad because I almost lost the one my sons got me as one of my very first ever Father's Day presents from them. And I like this one because it's got a little bottle opener on it. You can pop open bottles. Because I have before bought bottled soda thinking this has got a twist off top, and it did not. So I did not get to drink it. Oh, yep. We're over $900 now because of that one big donation. Let's see here. Where are we? Let me pop this up. Make sure we're over nine. Yes, we're over $900. Considerably over $900. Like technically closer to 1,000 than 900. George, I like if you look because I'm going to put 9mm here at $35 a box. Any recommendations? I always say if you want to buy a 22 pistol, my favorite is always the Ruger Mark series. Those are my favorite 22 pistols, period. And plus, they don't look like other guns. I don't like when little 22s try to look like big guns. I'm like, yeah, you ain't fooling nobody, little 22. And plus, they usually have to make them out of aluminum slides and stuff to make it to where the weighting works. And I'm not a big fan of that. So I always say the Mark series from, like a Mark IV, Mark III from Ruger. Or a rifle 1022, one of those things. Oh, Justin Boots is here. Did you hear earlier? I told you that he hasn't contacted me yet. I've been looking for a Smith & Wesson 629 Classic with the 6.5-inch barrel. If you see one at your local gun shop, let me know. I'm trying to build up my Resident Evil gun collection. I think they did have one a couple weeks ago. I don't know if it's still there, but it's one of the ones that's been there for a while. So you might want to send them an email and check. That was from Justin Boots, who donated the Pets and Vets Fund. Got a couple entries in the friend drawing. Cigar Daddy O Smoke says, hey, Yankee Marshall, I'm at work, but want to say keep up the good work. If I have anything you were supposed to mail to me, don't worry about it. Save the dollars for the more important stuff on the channel and charities. Thanks. Well, that would be great, but I probably won't be able to tell if I because I don't pay that close. I just print out the labels. If I notice your label, I'll take it out of there. But like with Never Enough Ammo, I never put him on the list even. So I'm giving him shit. I let him come in here and talk to me. Why would I feel like he owes me for that? He should be paying me for that. A 22 PPK would be nice. They're nice, but they have the aluminum slide. The frame, I think, is the aluminum, or maybe the slide. They're not solid steel, so. Many people don't realize that most movie knives are custom made. You can't find a Crocodile Dundee knife or Rambo knife in any cutlery. Well, they make the replicas. You can buy the replicas quite often, but it's not like it was a name that ends up being made as a knife, not like what was a knife usually. Amazon banned Parler. Well, Parler is going to go not very far anyway. Parler is a shit show. If you've checked out Parler, it's a fucking shit show of raven loonies. And it's like an alt-right site, and I have got no interest in that. I don't care for either extreme. That's like the people who are let's leave YouTube or Instagram because it's leftist, and then they go to a group that's just as discriminatory but to the other side. And I'm just like, no, thank you. I got no need for it. And you notice these people that tell you go to Parler, they ain't canceled their Instagram accounts. Their Instagram accounts are still going strong. Their Patreon accounts are still going strong, even though they demonize Patreon. They ain't canceled their YouTube accounts, even though they keep saying, don't post on YouTube. I don't see a single one of them practicing what they preach. So fuck them. Did I read? Yes, I read Cigar Daddy Smokes. I was worried there for a minute. I didn't read his. He did a super chat there. Got a couple entries. Ruger single six is fun to shoot. Yeah, if you want a revolver 22, those are a good one to get. They're cheaper than the Smiths usually. So nice choice there. Nice choice. I want to read a couple more names over here. Got a couple more donations came in. Manuel Moran, Christopher Schaff or Schuff. I don't know how you pronounce that. Walter Kacherevi. We've got a street in Vancouver that's called, oh my God, if I can't say it, I think it's Chokolov. It's spelled weird, but I think it's pronounced Chokolov. I always call it Chekhov Street, but people know what I'm talking about when I say it because they're like, oh, that street. Walter Kacherevi. That's what the name I was reading. And Joseph Crowley. Where am I at? Let's see. I value free speech, even the speech I don't agree with. Parler is an outlet for free speech. No, it isn't. Parler censors left-wing opinions very strongly. They are very discriminatory against what they allow to be on there. They delete a lot of stuff. Like if people come in and like fact check anything that's right-wing, they delete the comments. So it's very discriminatory. It is not a place for free speech. It's a place for extreme speech, but not free speech. I had a bottle of blue cream soda yesterday. I opened it and it exploded in my dorm room. Oh, well, that's not good. Now you might look like a Smurf. Yeah, you'll be watching it happen. I doubt it. It's been done almost every year and fails every time on the same for the same reasons. So unless they alter our Constitution, not going to pass. I don't see them altering the Constitution anytime soon. This is one of those things that they put forward every year trying to say, look, we're doing something. And then it fails because, oh, the damn finance committee said it's unconstitutional. Should a Capitol building rioter who only smashed a window but never entered the building face the same punishment as one who entered the building and destroyed things inside? No. There's a difference between destruction of vandalism and breaking and entering. If I just throw a brick at your house, that's vandalism, destruction of property, but it's not breaking and entering. Have you ever visited the Beretta factory out in Gallatin, Tennessee? No, I have not. I study abroad every time one will let me, and yet you haven't learned anything. Where am I? We got a donation just came in over there. Our only one, this little, oh, it's a good, decent one. From Jordan Simpson. All that American Idol money, pay it off again. Well, that should put us up around, that should put us well over $1,000. Hold on. Should put us like 1,050 or something, I would think. Here's someone stomping around out in the gym. Oh, who it is. Let's see here. Yep, we're at 1,051.84. 1,051.84. We're almost there. We're almost there to the promised land. Let's keep going here on the chat. Does calling an opposition opinion a fact check automatically make it accurate? No, unless you can actually check their facts and it's right. But a lot of people fact check and they're absolutely wrong. Like they'll come on and say, when you say something like, oh, firearm murders are not as high as people, fact check 65,000. No, fact check, no such fucking thing. I'm sure you've answered this, but are you on Facebook? I have a professional page and a private page, which I never really use either of them, very rarely. Unless I got something that'll irritate somebody. Like I posted pictures one other day and said, look how old they gotten. And I posted a picture of my niece yesterday when she was like 12 wearing a Long John Silver's hat, because now she's a pretty woman and she was a goofy looking kid with a Long John Silver's hat on because she was a tomboy. So I posted that. Sig too tall for me. Beretta has a lower bore. Beretta does sit a little lower than Sig. That's definitely true. That haven't learned a thing comment made me laugh out loud. I got so many people said they laughed out loud at the that last outtakes video I did, and I'm like, you people are cruel. You're laughing at my misery. Kevin Sanford said for the pups and donated to the Pets and Vets program. There's been a couple people who've done that. So if we don't get the next $50, I'll probably just up it to that. So because of the money that's been donated over here. Let's see. Let's go back up to my chat window questions here. The English version of 99 red balloons, they used the color red as 99 air balloons, would sound a bit crap. Yes, it probably would have sounded a bit crappy. Or 99 dirigibles went by, or 99 airships or blimps. Parler is funded by one of the owners of Cambridge Analytica, the company that was farming data from Facebook. Yeah, that's another reason I wouldn't sign up. I knew there was someone on there that I didn't like, and I can't remember who it was, but that was it. The people convicted of storming the Capitol will lose their right to vote, their right to own firearms. Oh, well, yeah, they will. If they go to jail, I think they should. While they're in jail, they should not have the right to bear arms, but I completely agree that they should have them back if they get out of jail. So there's that. There's that. I was driving around today and I thought of a perfect idea for a video, and now I can't remember what the fuck it is. I hate that shit, that I do that all the time, and then I can't remember what it was. Have you ever checked out the Smith & Wesson Victory one screw disassembly? I've looked at it many times and it looks pretty cool, but I've never ever shot my wad on it. Just haven't. Don't know why. I think it's because I'm like, I already got all the 22s I want, which is basically none because I don't want any. But my sons have got them and I've got a rifle. So my son Zyler's first gun and only gun, which is a 22, and it's still there in my safe because he's not a gun person. He shot it when he was little, when he was young, when he was like 11 years old. He would go to the range with me and shoot it. But as he got a little older, as soon as he hit like his teenage years, he wasn't as big on going to the range anymore. He had other things to do. Caden still likes to shoot. Caden still likes to ride four-wheelers. And Caden's likes the things I like kid. He likes comic books. He likes dirt bikes and four-wheelers and guns and knives and flashlights. And so he likes the stuff I like. And he likes some other stuff too doesn't get from me or isn't influenced by me. He's also got his side. He likes to sing and everything else like that. And I don't sing. But so there's two singers in the house, and I ain't one of them, and neither's my son Zyler. Zyler likes some of the things I like, but he's more of a video games and anime and stuff like that, what I don't give two shits for. Where can I find gender fluid? I don't know. I've looked in the automotive section. It's not there. So I'm assuming it's probably in feminine hygiene, I would bet, or somewhere in the hygiene department. But I don't know. He likes men. Doesn't everybody like men? Well, not everybody likes men. Lesbians don't like men. Well, not all lesbians hate men. They're not all man haters. That's a stereotype. Just most of them hate men. And I hate most people, so I give them that. But How far are we from the promised land? First TYM chat I've been to since last year. Savage, what? Oh, yeah. Savage Sharpshooter. Last year was just a few days ago. What is today's date? It's the 9th. Is it the fucking 9th already? Huh. Surprise, surprise. I didn't know it was the 9th. I never know what fucking day it is. Because in my daily videos, you notice I don't ever say like today is blah blah blah, because when I film a video, it might be put up the next day. Something else might happen. I might film something else and it might get postponed a day, might get postponed 2 days if something else comes up. So I never say what day it is. That way I don't have to post it on a certain day. But then because I intentionally never say what day it is, I never fucking know what day it is. Or where are the pardons for those facing federal charges? They were fighting for him after all. They were fighting on his words. He was the one that encouraged them to do it. And I'm like, a lot of people on the left are not given any consideration for that. That a lot of these people, as misguided as they may have been, and their motivation might not have panned out, and they may be there on unjust causes, but they were lied to about whether those causes were just or not. And they were told that by the president of the United States. The president of the United States says, go do this. And I think that should get some consideration there. Now, I don't remember him telling people to steal stuff or shatter windows or anything like that, but I like comic books and that support the Second Amendment. I just like comic books, period. I don't feel that everything has to align with my political affiliations. Like, I'm not watching that movie because that guy doesn't like guns. I don't care. I prefer, and I've said this many times, when I watch a major movie that I'm really interested in, like I go see, like let's say they made a new Authority movie for the Authority comic book, and people will say, "Well, who do you want to play these parts?" And I'm like, someone I've never fucking heard of, because when I go in, I don't want to go look. Oh, look, there's Tom Cruise pretending to be, Apollo. I'm like, I want to see Apollo, and I want to see Midnighter. I don't want to see, oh, look, there's Will Smith pretending to be Deadshot. Yeah. I don't like that shit. Kyle Wilson, are the Daniel Defense rifles worth it? I honestly don't know a lot about long guns. I don't know a lot about ARs, but the Daniel Defense guns are good. But whether you can't just build just as good a gun with other parts, I'm not going to say that. But the Daniel Defense seemed good to me. Did I just miss something else? Did I get the first one of those two, or why is it not over here? Steve Slayo donated to the Pets and Vets Fund, but I don't think his thing popped up. I don't see it anywhere. There's the one from Daniel about the Daniel Defense stuff, but this one here never popped up. I don't know what's going on over here. There was the Kyle Wilson one that did the super chat, but the other ones did not pop up for some reason. I don't really have anything else on my list over here to read yet, so I will continue with some questions. Why is that not working? There we go. Go off that. Good Lord. What is this? What is this selected on now? How is this? There we go. I don't know what's going on over there. I'm not sure what's going. I think everyone, the president, organizers, media, and politicians on both sides have ignored the radicalization of QAnon supporters. Yeah, and if you're a QAnon supporter right now, I'm going to tell you, you're kind of an idiot. You're not the brightest person in the bunch, or brightest bulb in the bunch. You're not the sharpest tool in the shed, whatever example you want to use there, or what do you call them, a metaphor you want to use there. You're not that. It always strikes me as funny as people who are never trust the government, don't trust the government. Blah, blah, blah. Hey, this random fake person on the internet who's probably actually a Russian bot or a Russian spy says this, and I believe it. I believe it wholeheartedly because it confirms with everything I've ever thought. or wished or whatever their fucking wet fucking dreams are. And then they'll do something. Then they'll be like, well, they're wrong about this prediction. They said, yeah, that this group was running something out of a basement of this business, and this business doesn't have a basement. Well, they're still right about everything else. They said there would be mass suicides on this day. That didn't happen. Well, they're right about everything else. Well, they know they haven't been right about anything because they said these people would resign on this day and this person would implement this. Didn't happen. Well, but they know what they're talking about. I'm like, good God, are you fucking brain dead? What's wrong with you? But yeah, if you're a QAnon person, you might just want to leave now because you're not going to be treated well here because I have no respect for you. Now, if you just read them because it's funny, that's another thing. But Michael Keaton was the best Batman. Can't argue with that. Or at least I won't argue with it. I probably could if I wanted to, but I'm not going to argue with it. Is the Kimber Custom LW 1911 in 45 ACP a good gun? Yes, Kimber makes good guns. No matter what that never enough ammo character says. Glock 21, good choice for my nightstand. No, I would use furniture because you're not even going to be able to put a lamp on a Glock 21. You're going to fall right off. Getting it to stand upright would even be hard. I don't know how you do that. You have to put something in the barrel, put with a flat end on it, because but it's not going to make a good nightstand. Try to find a Gensar brand gun. A Red Guard would be ideal. They are Beretta clones made on Beretta tooling. I got the MC21. It's a mixed match of gun features, mostly Beretta. Well, I know the while there they were pumping money into the gun community to promote their product, but I've never. I've held the model at SHOT Show, the one that's it was a SHOT Show, the one that the model of the Beretta, and it was a pretty decent model. It was not bad. I might choose it over the Taurus if I was going to get a clone of the Beretta, but I have to see how they work out for a while before I'd definitely say it'd be before the Taurus. The president did not say, go do this. Please provide that quote. Read his fucking speeches, dude. And then tell me you did. Don't fucking try to defend him in this situation. You just make yourself look like an idiot. You just look like a sycophantic moron who sucks the dick of a politician for no fucking reason. Because he very clearly made it clear what he wanted to do to anyone with a fucking IQ higher than a goddamn Dixie Cups. So shut the fuck up. I'm tired of people defending this behavior. And you can feel free to leave. You can say, oh, in fact, fuck it. I'll just fucking, no, I won't. But I was just so close to just banning you. Because I'm in a mood about the fucking this shit. Do you think the Dem-controlled Congress and Biden will pass magazine capacity restrictions? No, I don't think they'll do that because I don't think those are going to stand because I think the Supreme Court's going to end up taking up a case on those very soon. So I think that's going to be like the gay marriage thing. It'd be no point anymore because the Supreme Court has spoken. I'm shooting it tomorrow. I'll leave a comment on tomorrow's video. It feels great manipulating it. Well, good. LMAO at your answer to the Glock 21 nightstand question. It's a good gun though if you want something nice, simple, point and shoot. Yeah. I keep reading posts online about how it wasn't Trump supporters taking over the Capitol, but it was actually Antifa. Well, then you're reading some really stupid shit. Even the FBI came out the other day and said, no, there is no evidence that Antifa was anywhere in that crowd. These stories, the one that Tucker Carlson talked about facial recognition identified Antifa. No, they didn't, period. And those stories about this guy's actually an Antifa plant because he was at an Antifa rally he was at a BLM rally as a counter protester for a pro-Trump group. So if you just show the picture with no context, I guess, yeah, he was at a BLM rally, but he's the shaman of the QAnon community. He's not an Antifa person. And neither is his hairy buddy. They're both QAnon people. So you keep reading garbage, and instead of verifying it, because it's easily verifiable, and it's not hard to figure out because you can go to these people's personal website sites and their personal pages, and you can see that fucking shaman guy is a fucking Trump sycophant. He loves all powerful right-wing people. You can see it is like, I got a selfie with this one and that one and this one. And And he's got really horrible taste in suits too. He dresses like he's a Vegas showman. Thoughts on the Glock 43X from Cash Money, who donated the Pets and Vets Fund? It's not my type of gun because I'm not into those little tiny, easily concealed guns. But if you're into them, it's a good gun. What's your opinion on the Remington R1 Tactical 45? They seem to make a good 1911. Everyone I know that has one is happy with them, but it's amazing that they got it right once. Is the Supreme Court waiting on Trump to leave before they take up the gun rights craze? Well, I think they're just waiting for the next cycle. I don't think they're. And I would be willing to bet at this point they don't want to give Trump any wins. So that could be a part of it. Don't be a douche. Let people grieve. Democrats did the same 4 years ago. Yeah, they did. They whined and complained. People seem to forget about that. MAGA hats are the new pink hats. Well, yeah, I wouldn't wear either one, so they're very similar to each other. I don't know. I might wear the pink hat. It depends what I'm wearing, if it goes with my shoes. In high school, I had the pink and white checkered shoes, and I had a pink belt, pink web belt with my initials on it and everything. I love pink. Pink was one of my favorite colors. Had pink shirts and stuff like that. I'd wear them and dare people say something about it. Because I was mean as fuck when I was in high school. You didn't fuck with me in high school. I mean, I wasn't the biggest kid. I was only like 6'1". I probably weighed about 170 pounds. But I was meaner than fucking shit. And my sister was crazy as fucking hell. And my uncles were crazy as fucking hell. And I had uncles that were only like 5 and 6 years older than me. And they were just meaner than fucking hell. And they wouldn't think twice about yanking someone out of a car and beating their ass in the middle of the street if I even whispered that they gave me a hard time. So I had the luck of being in a big, tough clan when I was young. Dale Rickety says Trump has always been a looser. Trump has always been a looser. Looser than what? That is all, he said. That is all from Dale Rickety. He has spoken. ABC News has a full transcript of Trump's speeches. Yeah, they're sad. For one, they're hard to read. Like I read through that hour-long conversation they had the other night about that, where he called the Secretary of State of Georgia. It's one thing to follow him when he's speaking because you kind of know what he's trying to say. Trying to read what he says is just like, oh my fucking God, can you not finish a sentence? Can you not have a coherent thought? Do Trump's psychopaths suffer Dunning-Kruger effect? Well, I don't know if it's specifically that effect, but a lot of people who are extremely ignorant seem to form hard opinions on the things they're extremely ignorant about. Like the people I know that get the most angry about abortion, when you ask them, what are the things about it that make you the angriest? And they'll talk about, I don't like when a baby's like a week from being born and they'll reach up in there and kill it. Drag it. No, they don't do that. So you're ignorant of the process and you're the most angry about it. That just seems to be across the board on most things. Let's see here. How much are we up to on the thing? I think I read I heard a bong is why I'm saying, so we might have gone up a few bucks. Come on. Reload. There, it's starting to now. Let me read these last 3 names. These other names came in while I was still reading the total from the last one, but I didn't read their names. So let me read their names. What are we up to now? 1475. No, wait, what am I looking at? No. 1045.80. I was looking at the total money in this month. Because now they put it weird. They put your balance, and then they put the total money that's gone through your account this month, and then money out, which I guess that's why it comes up to the 14, because there's $398 that went out. What did I spend $398 on from PayPal? What the fuck did I spend $398 on PayPal that went out this month? Because this has only been like 9 days this month. So what did I? Can you see what it was? View transactions. Let's see. Now I'm curious what I spent almost $400 on. Oh, Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Okay. It's a couple charges to them. I figure it out once I see it, but it's just sometimes I have to see it first. Then I'll remember it. Why title Uncivil War? Because that's what we're in the middle of right now. An uncivil war. It's not. We're not a real civil war. We're just being very uncivil to each other. But what do I care? I got my Radar O'Reilly hat. I'm happy. If I could get it on my head, I'd be happier. There we go. Let me read those names. I didn't read those 3 names. Hold on. I got donations from Don Griffin. We got donations, and these came in a long time ago. I just never read them. We only got 1 dong. Well, we all only have 1 dong, but there's only been 1 alert since I last did the totals. And Isaac Betancourt Jr. Why couldn't we get the real Isaac Betancourt, not his protege? And Justin Edmonds. Although I should make fun of anybody whose name ends with Junior, mine ends with the 3rd. I'm not even the chief understudy. What did you get from Smoky Mountain? Well, I got that K-bar knife. I got the breaker and the pocket knife, and then I got something else for my son because he wanted a new pocket knife. Because he wanted a pocket knife with a bottle opener on it. Because he buys one of his favorite sodas that he gets from the store down there has, like when he's hanging out with his friends, has a pop top on it, and he keeps having to ask one of his friends to open it for him. And he wanted a knife with a bottle opener on it, so I got him one. Sorry to keep asking, but do you know where I can find the original Smith & Wesson grips for Model 28 Highway Patrolman? I go to the Smith & Wesson forum. There's a Smith & Wesson forum. Just look at Smith & Wesson forum. Look on their classified section. See if you find one. If you don't, they have a section for items wanted. Put an ad there. Someone will have them. Smoky Bear hat or cowboy hat? Smoky Bear hat's what I had to wear when I was in law enforcement. So no Smoky Bear hats for me. Those things don't handle well in the wind. Need cowboy hats though. Any experience with the Ruger SR 1911? Good 1911. Yeah, those are nice little 1911s. I was really, really impressed with the Rugers. Let me see here. Come on. Reboot. I just saw another donation come in, so I wanted to reboot that. We got another donation from Daryl Trenner. Okay, we are at 1065 now. 10.6. Yeah, 1065.21. Gotta make sure I'm reading the right one. So we are almost yeah, we're almost there. We just we needed $50 before, and we need 35 now. So it's 1065. Why am I saying 55? $35 is what we're away. If I could read, it would help. If I could look at the fucking page too, that would help too. Instead of trying to add shit up from up here. Yes. 1065.21. Did that actually go up from last time? I'm not sure. I got another donation here. Got a $10 donation. That's why I was adding up in my head. Oh well, let's look up here, see what it says. Yep, same amount. Well, we're almost there. I just don't want to go wait till we're there. I'll add it. I said I would add it, didn't I? I've gotten some in here, so we can sign off here anytime we want. Let's see here. Finally got to catch you live again from Duck 1078. What's the charity, Yankee Marshall? We're helping file. What was her name? Nina. Nina needs surgery, so we're trying to raise $1,100, and we are like right there on it. We need like $35 more. So I'm going to talk for another 10, 15 minutes, and then if we ain't got it, I'll just give them the rest. And make sure I don't give them the money that I sent out for my knives. Because I'm having to, because without going to the main page, I'm having to subtract that from that number there, that total amount in. Why am I on a page that showed me money in instead of the total balance? BATFE. It was a busy week on the suppressor side. Oh, it's something from Never Enough from Sporting Systems. I'm looking at my Instagram right now. I got too many things open at once. I'm getting distracted, and you can tell. Hopefully Trump implements the Insurrection Act. Why would he do that? Against himself? Ain't no one else trying to stage an insurrection. And he ain't gonna, because let's just say this right now, everybody would go, no. That's one of the things I'm worried about between now and the next, was it 10, 11 days? If Russia launched missiles at us right now, I think we would take first hits without ever responding, because people will be like, Trump will be like, we need to launch. And they'd be like, do we really? Anyway, he won't do the Insurrection Act either, because no one will go with him. No one would go down that path, because they know there's been no insurrection. that we would definitely be in a banana republic then. Because here's the thing, election wasn't fixed. There have been audits. There have been recounts. These people screaming, audit the vote. All the states. Only thing they haven't been able to do, and the Trump Foundation, if you paid attention to the Trump's legal team, the things they didn't get that they wanted is they didn't get the ballots turned over to them so that they could do signature verification. And if you listen to that 1 hour phone call or just read the transcript, they plainly say that's the one thing we wanted, we haven't gotten. You haven't sent us the ballots so we can do signature verification. And the only way we can do that is look at signatures from 4 years ago or 8 years ago or whatever. And no, that's not how you do it at all. You do it against their registration card, not from 4 years ago, because there were a lot of first-time voters. They wanted to throw away all the first-time voters. And two, they can't get the fucking ballots. That's against the law to turn the ballots over to a private third party. Legal team can't go in and say, I want everybody's ballot so we can see how they voted. Who would be okay with that? Who in this room right now, whether you're a Trump supporter or not, who would be okay with being able to say, oh, the president that's trying to say he's still president, even though a lot of people say he's not, wants to see all the ballots and see who voted for who? Who would be okay with that? So who would be okay with that? That's what I want to know. So would you want them to get what they asked for? The ballots turned over to them? I sure as fuck wouldn't. Do you think you would ever buy a second hamster to help the one running the wheel powering your internet? No, I would if I could get one, if I knew where the wheel was, but I don't know where the wheel is. So they don't let me know that. 170 billion for Americans, 700 and some for money laundering under the guise of foreign aid. Our whole government is only for themselves. You figuring that out now? Believe me, I'm a firm believer the government's out of fucking control, and some things need to be changed, but not by a con man convincing people that their election was stolen. The president doesn't really run the show, so I think we almost hit the money. 20. Well, no, wait, more's come in just now. Another 10, another 10, and another 6. So 20, 10, 10. That's 46. We're $10 over what we needed now. $10 over what we needed, which would be 1105, I think. And then they take out a little bit. So let's just say 1100. Let me go over. I'll try to reload the page again, see if it'll tell me. Someone just said, why are you having trouble looking at your PayPal? Because my internet fucking sucks. I keep having to do math in my head because it's easier than reloading this goddamn thing. It'll take it a while. We'll come back and see if it's there. Yes, 1103.23. 1103.23. 1103.23. Did I read those names? I didn't read those names, did I? Dale Rickety. I think I did. I read Dale Rickety's. I don't know if I did or not. I know I read Daryl Tenner's. Also, Alexander Deifel or whatever. JL West, Rob Abram, and we just got another one came in from Kyung O. Did that increase this to? That might have been why it was, even after they took out the money, it was still 1103 because I didn't see that $5 one. I didn't add that one. Let me see. All right, so everybody can quit donating over there because we've got it. We have it. We're ready to go. I just got to know where to transfer the money to for Dale Rickety. Or not Dale Rickety. What am I thinking? Dale Rickety. X Adam 1. You need to let me know where to transfer the money to. Or do you need a check or whatever if you don't have PayPal or something? I'm assuming you have PayPal. So let me know why this is still, my PayPal still has a blank screen. I'll show everyone my PayPal screen. Hold on. This is why I'm having to do math in my head. There's what I got. There's a blank page. Did I show it? I think I showed it. Then I clicked off of it. Hold on. There. That's what I'm getting when I click on my PayPal page. But I think I'm pretty good on the math. I think I can add $5 more to it in my head. They said there would be no math. Yeah. If I get better internet, I won't have to do math. Where did my PayPal thing just go? The blank page just disappeared. I think I closed the fucking page. No, I didn't. There it is. It's still blank. Let's see here. Where are we at? They had counts by third-party servers. They've had counts of all different types. They had all the legal recounts they can do. They had verification samples. They had individual private samples by individual people. They had Republicans and Democrats on site while doing it. They had poll watchers on site while doing it. Lawyers from both sides. They've been given everything they wanted except for having the ballots turned over to them to do their own verification signatures, which if you pay attention in the call, he said the only way to do it right is to compare it to their ballots from 4 years ago. That's the only way. No, that's not how you do it because there's first-time voters. That would have thrown out every first-time voter. So that's exactly what they were trying to do. Would you pay $15,000 to have cable internet installed at your house? Maybe. Probably. If they'd let me finance it. I can't just give them $15,000 cash unless I cash out some of our retirement or something. Oh, now I can. Okay, now I can comment on your hat. Ricola. It's not a Ricola hat. It's a Minuteman ammo hat, and it's a toboggan. That's what we called them. Us kid toboggans because they're toboggan caps. I think kids these days call them beanies. I think the millennials call them knit caps. But yes, I would probably, if they would allow me to finance it, I would pay $15,000 to have cable internet in my house. If it's fiber optic, if they were told me, if someone came to me right now and says for 10 grand, we could install internet in your house that will get you 50 down and 5 up, which is like low end cable internet, I would jump at that in a minute. In a minute. Even if they said it was $300 a month, because that'd still be a third of what I'm paying to get what I get. Y'all got to remember, I'm paying over $1,000 to have the service levels I have because I've got multiple satellites and multiple landline hookups. The satellites are $250 each. The landline hookups are $175 each. I got 3 of those, and I've got 3 satellites. And one of the reasons we have 3 satellites is one satellite feeds this out here, one satellite feeds our house, and then another satellite has to feed our house too, because on the 15th of every month, we're out of data from the first one because it's only 150 somethings gigs, I think. But and you'd be surprised how fast you go through that with movies and TV shows, because we don't watch really anything on regular television hardly. So it sucks. Let's see here. I thought I heard the Secretary of State say that the ballot does not have signatures on them. It's the envelope. But all that stuff's kept together. And no, they are signed. You sign that and the envelope. They check it when they come in, then separate the ballot from the envelope. Now, you sign your ballot and your envelope. At least we do here in this state. I can't talk about Georgia, but you do in this state. You sign your ballot and your envelope. I'm pretty sure we sign our ballot and our envelope. I know we sign our envelope. Oh, yeah, it's just the envelope you sign. There's a reason you don't sign your ballot, because you don't want that. I don't think you're supposed to have a signature on your ballot because it's not supposed to be labeled. But they know which ballot is yours, because all ballots that are sent out absentee through the mail are coded. So they know what ballot went to what address. But other than that, I don't think they're supposed to have signatures on them, because then people can look and say, okay, Jerry Smith voted Republican, put him in prison. Bill Smith voted Republican, put him in prison. The smoking gun was the 0.1% denial of mail-in ballots. Pre-election was 2 per 3. No, it's not, because the rules got changed. Used to be you had to have one of like 3 specific reasons for mail-in ballots. Now you didn't have to have that. So now the only ones they rejected are names and addresses that didn't line up with each other. And that was a very small percentage of people requesting fake ballots. So that was to be expected. There's no smoking gun there at all. It makes mathematical sense. Yeah, it goes to show people that are hanging on to this lie are just crafting anything they want to craft to try to justify their opinions, when their opinions don't hold any weight. Start being a sheep. All that statement right there, what do you want it sounds like? It sounds like bah, bah, because you're repeating garbage that was fed to you that doesn't make sense and you didn't verify. So it's not a good color on you. Let's see here. Sent an email earlier about an EDC revolver. Answer at your leisure. Oh, I don't know if I've seen it. Hold on. I can cancel the service from X things here now, because this should be my PayPal. I sincerely appreciate the help, including going over on your time to ensure the goal was reached. Well, I didn't want to have to give you money out of my pocket. So that's why I'd rather be generous with my time than my money. Although I'm plenty generous with my money too. When announcing donations, names, Kyung O equals MK Joe. Okay, Kyung O equals MKJO. That doesn't make sense. Those aren't even in the same, any of those letters in the right order from that. So I don't know what you're up to. Now I think you're up to something. Let's see here. Let's go over, and I think I copied his thing. Let's go over and make the donation. PayPal. Oops, I just did that on my goddamn Patreon page, and I wanted to read that. Well, A and C were number 1 and number 2 in the choices for the microphone. Choice number 3 was I. So A and C are the 2 most favored ones. That's the MXL 700 at that setting. C is the MXL 700 or 770 actually at a different setting. And number 3 was I, which was the Shure microphone with windscreen. And which one was closest next? Next was K, which is also the MXL 770 microphone. People are like, how many? There were so many options for just 3 microphones, because I did each one of them on different settings, so instead of just having it all on auto, because it sucks on auto. It just sucks because whenever you make a loud noise, or like if you if you would click the trigger of a gun, well, then whatever you said next was faded down real low because it lowered the microphone for that, and it took it a while to come back up. And that was getting sick. I was getting tired of that. Why did my PayPal not come up? Come on, PayPal, come up. What is that fucking shit? I want PayPal. Good Lord, how hard is it to get PayPal signing in? That was supposed to say P and V. Don't know where picked up came from. Southwest Virginia Marksman donated again. What did it say? Oh, it said picked up. Smith, his first super chat there just said picked up. And I was like, okay, I hadn't read it yet, luckily. So you can't have your ballot on your signature on your ballot. That's what I got to eventually, because I know we signed the envelopes, but then I'm like, wait, do we sign our? I'm like, no, I don't think we're supposed to. I don't think it's supposed to be able to do that shit. So that's right. The things they call for is just, but they still keep the envelopes, and they can do a recount with it. They can do a ballot signature audit by saying, okay, these ballots and these signatures, well, half these signatures are invalid, therefore there's something wrong with these ballots. But that ain't going to happen because it ain't true. I don't even know what they do. Well, then they'd have to go through and see which codes on which envelopes matches the code on which ballot. That's how they would do it. That makes sense, right? Pelosi needs to be sent to care home and have diaper changed. She does need to. I don't know why they elected her leader again. And come on, not Schumer. Come on, let's see some new blood in at least, so we don't know exactly what to expect. Sean Caldwell, when I voted in Texas, our name, number, address sticker went in a log book, and we were given a choice of 2 identical ballots. The ballot had no personal info on it. I filled it out and scanned it. That's the way they keep the track, I guess. Because they find a way that they can still cross-reference them. They made it make mathematical sense by changing those laws right before the election. Yeah, because we were in a pandemic and they made it possible for people to vote by mail. That's not election fraud. You might have an argument with more people voting, but making it easier for people to vote doesn't constitute fraud in any way. So I don't understand your point, Edward Burton or Edward Burton. What's your point there? Oh, they allowed more people to vote under special circumstances during a pandemic. Oh my God, that's unfair. How is that unfair? I think every person should be allowed to vote easily every time if they're a citizen. And they don't send ballots out to non-citizens. You have to, when you request a ballot, that will 0.1% that got rejected is because those people don't come up in the system as deserving a ballot. Where are we? Aside from Joe Biden, who do you think is the most racist president in American history and why? Well, I don't think Joe Biden's racist at all. Just like I don't really believe Trump's racist, really. I think he just feeds into a lot of racist people because he knows they're part of his base. But I don't know. Someone pre-Lincoln, probably. Oh no, we've had some racists since Lincoln too, though, like during the 50s and stuff. But someone probably pre-Lincoln was probably the most racist. Like George Washington was probably way more racist than Trump or Biden because black people weren't people at that time. When Nancy Pelosi reaches 85, she'll look worse than Strom Thurmond at 100. Maybe, but I don't think so because Strom Thurmond looked like the fucking Crypt Keeper. I can remember Strom Thurmond. Joe Biden is old enough to be racist by default. Well, yeah, so am I by that judgment. How long do you think the ammo and gun shortage will last? Well, at least a few more months. It's not going to be over until the pandemic's over. I would say that. Pennsylvania changed the rules October 2019. Yeah. A lot of places said, hey, we got a big election coming up. We don't want people flooding into polling places and making our epidemic worse than it is. So we need to make some changes. And that also, the Pennsylvania change went through the Pennsylvania Supreme Court, and they said, okay. They said it's fine. It meets our state constitution perfectly. And the people that complained about it, they used this weird reason like, well, the federal regulation is slightly different and blah, blah, blah. And it says this and that we think that it's different. And their Supreme Court said, no, that does not override our state constitution in any way. Just because the federal constitution guarantees our right to decide how we appoint electors doesn't give them the right to overrule the rules we use. So, and our national Supreme Court agreed and said they are not going to rule against the state court of Pennsylvania. So that is not a good argument either. Again, a no notice from YouTube, says Ghost Shadow. Paid off. I told the right people. No signature is checked against the registration signature and the ballots are separated. They are not marked. No, the ballots are marked. There's a little code thing on the ballots. At least in my state, they're marked. And I know that they're sent with a specific envelope. And in the instructions, it very clearly says your ballot must be placed in the envelope that was sent with it. They said if you live in multiple homes with multiple voters, make sure you keep the right ballot with the right envelope. And there's a reason for that, I'm sure. And they're checked. The signatures are checked. That's one of the stages. Trump lawyers and Biden lawyers were both standing right there as they were checking signatures. Because remember the guy when they tried to say that our ballot guys weren't there, our observers weren't there, and the judge says, well, you're saying you had no observers in there? And he's, well, I didn't say we didn't have none. He said, well, how many did you have? And he said, well, the answer is not zero. In other words, yeah, our people were there. So I'm like, what an idiot. You are racist. It's okay. I'm a little racist, but not really bad. Des Moines Moore sent us a picture of a puppy dog. Not a picture of a puppy dog, a little emoticon of a puppy dog. We've gone way over. We're at like 2 hours almost. We'll go here in 5 minutes when we get out of here. I read that about no Pelosi in diapers. Black turtlenecks look good on me, make me look thinner, and make you look like a super spy. Your thoughts on magazine extenders for pistols? I mean, it kind of defeats the purpose of carrying a gun around, I guess, concealed if it's that big, those great big ones. Trump tards don't realize that, one, Trump claims he even won the popular vote. No, he didn't. Two, their goal was to remember when he lost last time, popular vote by like 2 to 3 million votes, because 2 to 3 million illegals voted. No, they didn't. Two, their goal was to get state legislatures to override the vote. Three, they don't even claim fraud in court. Yeah, they don't. They can't, because every time they say, we want to base this on fraud, the judge looks at the information and goes, yeah, there's no evidence of fraud here. Your case is dismissed. So they had to start wording it different ways. Like, we want to counter the fact that they made changes when we don't think they should be able to make changes, even though their federal state court or their state Supreme Court said they can make those changes. We think they can't. And we want you to override the vote of the people because of that, because we think too many people voted. That's not a case. I'm sorry. Let's see here. I got here in time to hit the thumbs up at least. One of the few good things about Cali is that they allowed anyone who wanted to choose vote by mail several years ago. So they already had the resources in place to process them. Yeah, same thing here. We always vote by mail here. So we were ahead of the game. Paul Anthony Hernandez says, are silica packets bad for your guns? I found rust on 2 of my guns, or maybe because I cut myself that day and bled on them by accident and cleaned bad. Well, that was probably more likely the problem, because the silica pack shouldn't be bad. Should keep moisture away from the surface of the gun. Illegals don't care about voting. Yeah, who's going to risk they're getting caught by going in and trying to vote as an illegal? That's why illegals don't get their income tax refunds. And that's something the government knows. When all these illegals get hired, the companies that hire them take out taxes if they actually do anything above board. They take out taxes. They send them to the federal government from these people's taxes. These people don't file tax returns because when you're an illegal, you're not going to file tax returns. That would be like you're a wanted felon living on the lam and you file a fucking tax return. It doesn't make any sense. Relaxing the voting rules, no matter the excuse, creates cracks that can be exploited. Well, if you see any cracks get exploited, we'll deal with that, but no cracks were exploited. And what are the cracks? I didn't really see any cracks. The system, they basically use the system we use here in Washington, and has proven itself year after year after year to be one of the most secure ways to hold an election. In fact, our election always gets rated as one of the most secure because there's a paper ballot for every fucking vote. There's a matching envelope and a paper ballot for every fucking vote. If someone manipulated numbers and they came in different than the number of envelopes they have, they know there's something to look into. So it's a very good system. So especially when you deny the other side's claims by fighting transparent investigation. There was investigation. They lost every time. Everything they came up with was bullshit. They never once in court ever said that there was any fraud, period. Never once in any of their lawsuits did they say there was fraud, because they knew they could not win that, because they knew there was no fraud. So there's nothing there to back up your opinion, period. You can't say, my neighbor is a murderer, and if he's not, then why haven't they arrested him and tried him? Well, because he never committed murder. That's why they didn't arrest him and try him. You can't use the fact that he's never faced a trial for murder to say he's a murderer. And that's the logic you're using with the election. I've gone into vote and was told I had already voted. Error was in person working at polling place. Now, that happens sometimes. Well, have you ever paid attention to the women that work in those places? It's always like you're going back every time you go to a polling place in this country. And I've voted in many different states in federal elections. It always looks like it's a Civil War widows reunion. Every time, even though I think the last Civil War widow just died days ago. But she married a 94-year-old Civil War veteran when she was 16, I think. So she was the last living Civil War widow. Thanks for helping bring me back to reality. When Trump lost, it hit me hard. Here's the thing. Don't let it bother you that bad, because we lost more freedoms Second Amendment wise under Trump than we did under Obama. It all comes down to whether we're fighting the right fights or not. And when there's a Republican office, they ignore the real fights, because these so-called patriots, that are gun channels, etc., not gun channels, with gun websites. I'm talking like Mr. Guns and Gear, etc. They're not patriots, they're profiteers. And they don't want to piss off any Republicans by saying, well, the Republicans are doing this or the Republicans are doing that. So what they say, they create these false things, like this whole pistol brace stuff. They create these false battles so that they can pretend to win something, so you'll give them more money, all the while ignoring the real fights. And that's just because after a while, people get tired of being asked to fight for everything. And then when it's just garbage, all these created crises distract people from the real fight and tires them out to where they don't even want to fight the real fights. Kevin Sanford said, Betsy Ross works at my polling place. I wouldn't doubt it. I heard about an illegal from my boss when he got his first check and it had child support taken out, but he had no kids. Yeah, you can fuck with hiring illegals. I'll tell you, how do you think they get those people to work in like restaurants for $1.50 an hour, $2 an hour in the back? It's because they tell them, we'll pay you under the table cash. But you can't tell on us, because if you do, you're going to go back to Mexico. I don't respect people that decide to live off the government and never try. I respect individuals that I know that work. We are together in the rat race. Exactly. Anybody who works hard, I'm okay with usually. Like, I agree. Kathleen Madigan had a really good idea. She said, we got to do something about immigration. But, there's a lot of people wanting to come here, and we can't just let people keep coming in, because we're going to be until we get full. So what we need to start doing is a swap, because she's like, I'm sure we all realize there's a lot of Americans that haven't quite panned out. So what we do is we just say, hey, we just do like a game show and go like Miguel, like American Idol, like Miguel, who's living in a garage in, Covington, Ohio, who actually turns out is a dentist in his country. You have been granted citizenship, and the Octomom, you are being sent to Mexico, where we just start trading out loser Americans for decent people who want to immigrate. And that's fine with me, because that is merit-based immigration, and I'm okay with merit-based immigration. And I'm also okay with migratory workers that immigrate in to do migratory work and then go back when they're done. Yeah, no problem with that. And that's the vast majority of the people you see working like in apple fields and stuff like that. They come up during the season, they do all their work, they save their money, they go back to Mexico. And then they come back up again and they do all their work, they come back. The ones that usually end up staying up in America are the ones that usually, I don't know, I say a lot of times got something to hide from in Mexico. Like they were involved in something they should never have been involved in, and now they're on a blacklist or something. So that whole idea that they're all saints and none of them are criminals, that's wrong. Angela Lansbury works at my local polling center. I don't know. She'd be kind of the new meat there. Joe Biden on his third try got 18 million more votes than any other presidential candidate ever. Yeah, because more people voted. 63% of the electorate voted. And he won because he wasn't Trump. Just like Hillary Clinton, Trump won because he wasn't Hillary Clinton. And Hillary Clinton still got more votes than Trump. Like 2 to 3 million votes more. And now Joe Biden got 7 million votes more than Trump. And not surprising, because no one hates Joe Biden. Everybody hated Hillary Clinton. No one hated Joe Biden until he ran against Trump, really. Because even back when Obama was president, people were just like, Biden's a goof. They didn't bother hating him. So what you just said is not proof of anything, other than the fact that, yeah, that adds up, because 63% of the population voted. We had more registered voters this time. We had more eligible voters this time, and still only 63% of them voted. So it wasn't like it was an unusual number of them. So when you have more voters, you get more votes counted. So I don't understand your point. See how every argument you come up with is so easily destroyed and countered if you just do a little bit of work and do a little bit of math, instead of just eating every bit of garbage they shove at you like some ignorant sheep. Migratory work is sweatshop legalization, because employers don't want to pay Americans high enough work for temporary work. Of course. That's exactly what. That's why corporations are the ones that keep migratory work in business. They say the way they justify it is by saying, well, these people just come up here to work for a while, and in their country, this is a livable wage. We've paying them a good wage for their country. Well, they're not in their country. They're in our country. You should be paying them a wage. I agree with, was it Roosevelt? Who was it? No, it might've been Truman, that said any business whose existence counts on paying employees a substandard wage has no right to exist in a free economy. Trump moves to Mexico and starts a cartel. Oh, wouldn't people just jizz their pants on the left if Trump got on Air Force One and headed to Russia and stayed there? The 3 years I lived in Arizona, I found Mexican Americans to be hardworking, kindest, politest people. Most of them are. It's one of those cases where you can't judge the whole by a few. Because if I judge the whole by a few, I would say the Mexicans in this town are a bunch of assholes that think just because they could go out into the streets in their neighborhood at 2 a.m. and have big loud parties in the parking lot or in the street in front of your house, that was okay in Mexico. It's not okay here. And they did that shit all the fucking time. I can't count how many times I had to go out and tell people, listen, it's fucking 2 a.m. Turn this shit the fuck down, or I'm calling goddamn immigration. Because we had at one house we lived in, well, no, it's when we lived in apartments still. Right around us was an apartment, one of those, we don't check your references apartments and all that stuff. We lived in a fairly nice apartment, but the one right down around the hill bottom was, we don't check. We just, as long as you pay cash for the first and last month, and then pay cash as you go, we don't check anything. So it was a lot of immigrant workers, a lot of immigrants. And they would just be out 2 a.m. in the street, because we had a road that went down the hill down to the main road, in the street partying at 2 a.m. on like a Tuesday. And that was like right under our window. The street that went down to their apartment complex was right under our bedroom window. That's so many times I'd yell out there, "I am calling fucking immigration. You don't get the fuck out of the street and shut the fuck up." And that would the one thing that would shut them up every time too. Or have a squad car come out, like call the sheriff and have them drive through. They just poof, they vanish, and you hear crickets as soon as the lights come on. It's like being at a construction site and having a sheriff pull up, and you'll be hearing hammering and nailing and wrenches go on and everything else. You'll hear power tools, bang, bang, bang. Sheriff pulls up, silence. Because every illegal and everyone that owes child support fucking disappears in like a half a second. I used to work on a roofing in the summer one time, and it was just boom, they just disappear. And my sister worked construction in Alabama, same thing. The right does not use the voter registration numbers from election day. They use numbers from months earlier, then compare it to the numbers and votes cast. It doesn't matter what number they use, as long as the number of votes didn't overcome the number of registrations. It's not like phantom people are being registered. So that's checked. That they know when someone, it's like when they said 5,000 people voted that were dead. It was 2. And the guy and both people that did it were caught. One voted for his mother. The vote didn't get counted, but he cast it. I can't remember what the other one was. Couldn't possibly be ballot stuffing under newly relaxed rules during a big scary pandemic. Well, anything's possible, but where would be any proof of it? And how would it happen? It's not like they're just going in and shoving paper ballots in a box. They have to come in an envelope with a signature in it, and they go through a very controlled process where they're watched the entire time by both sides and lawyers on both sides and sworn poll workers. It's not like there's just boxes sitting out somewhere people can shove stuff in. Like those ridiculous stories of a Biden-Harris van pulled up next to the building and unloaded boxes after boxes of ballots and took them into the building. And the judge asked the person, ballots? And they're like, you saw what was in the box? Well, no, the boxes were sealed. Well, then you know what was in them? Oh, no, but I know they were ballots. And a Biden van basically ridiculed the guy because so they decided to come up in a Biden van and break the law in broad daylight with a van with their big name on it. And no, that didn't happen. It's like the one group that screamed about, and one of the complaints that Sydney woman had, or several of the complaints she had, if you read that stupid list, dealt with the people sneaking ballots in at that one polling site. It was a camera crew taking in their sound boards and stuff. It didn't have anything to do with the election. It was like Fox News Channel. It was like Fox 13 or something from Texas. So it's just fake stories made up on garbage. I mean, like, monkeys could have flown out of everyone's ass, and then all of them voted for Biden's, but I don't think that happened. It's possible, but I don't think it happened. And I'd have to see evidence of it before I believed it. I think I'm running over E Honda's chat, someone just said. All right, well, then we will get out of here, because I would hate for someone not to see E Honda's chat. Get your daily dose of crazy. But let's see here. Where am I at? I am done. We'll just say I'm done. I think I got everything. Joe was driving. Joe was driving. Oh, yeah, the band, probably. I don't know. I don't know if have they not taken his license yet? You think his helper would have to drive, or his wife. Whenever you see the really old man and the old woman in the car, it's almost always the woman driving. So I bet it was his wife driving. Dr. Joe Biden. The other dead voter was an old lady who used legally her dead husband's name. Oh, that's right. Yes, I do remember that. Because she wrote it as Mrs. like Harold Smith. And they're like, Harold Smith has been dead. And Tucker Carlson did this on his show. And she came on and go, no, Harold Smith did not vote. Mrs. Harold Smith voted. I voted because that's my legal fucking name, because I married him in 1920 or whatever. Because he was old as fuck. He drives a Corvette with Goodyear tires. I saw a Corvette spinning in the street on the highway today as I was going into the Target parking lot. They just pull out and they're, And my son was like, "Can you do that?" I was like, "I can. I ain't gonna." Like, for one, I pay for these fucking tires, and two, I don't want to run into a street light pipe pole or something. But thanks everyone for coming. I do appreciate it, especially those of you that are patrons over on Patreon. Oh, we didn't do the donation, did we? I've got to do the donation. Hold on. Pay and get paid. Send money. Come on, let me get to the right page here. It might take a little while, but I will get to the right page. I got to sign in. Hold on. Send money. PayPal. Okay. Nope, they can't. That one you gave me is not right. Is X Adam 1 still here? The one you gave me is not right. It says can't find that address. So you're going to have to find me the right address. I'm trying to put it in right now. Here, let me show the page so you can see that it's not. Let me scare the screen. There, can y'all see that? See, it's telling me that's not a valid address. So I need the correct address. So I'm not going to hang on here unless he's already here, unless he's already telling me. Let's see. Is he telling me? You have a space on the end. No, I don't have a space on the end. Let me try to type it again. Adam 1. We can't know. There's no space on the end, and it tells me we can't find PayPal, blah, 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 X Adam 1, period. Try entering their mobile number or email. You sent me PayPal.me/X. Why are there two A's in that? I bet that's it. I think when I retyped it, I just put two A's in it. Hold on. I'm going to try this again. X Adam 1. We can't find that PayPal address. It is not letting me do anything with that PayPal address. PayPal.me/XADAM1. And there's no space after it. You can see there's nothing there behind it. If I hit delete, it takes off the 1. If I put the 1 back, we can't find PayPal address. So I need your email, I guess, because that ain't working. Let's see, get me his email. Let's see. Well, we'll have to do this off camera because, like I said, we're stepping on E Honda's chat here. So if you did, you have my email. Oh, that's right. I do have your email. Let me see if I copy your email address. Let me see. Let me put that in here and see if it works. Oh, I shouldn't share this because I don't know if you want everybody knowing your email address. Is that right? Is that the right email address? It doesn't say. I guess that is the right email address. It says next, so maybe that works. Hold on. I almost just sent you $11. Add note. Nina. Continue. Sending to a friend. Pay with PayPal balance. Yeah, I don't want it coming off my account. Should be enough in there. I've got $7 and something extra cents in there, I think. If it would show me the total. You've sent 1,100 USD to let's just say it's an email that begins with mad and ends with gmail.com. Is that right? I want to get confirmation from him here before I say this was right, because I want to rescind this quickly if it doesn't go. Here, I can't show. I don't. Does he mind if I show his email address? I don't know. X.Adam. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Yes, it went through. Okay. Hey, we're all that he's got his money. So Nina is taken care of. And I never even had to show the picture of that, which I don't know why you sent me that. That was gross. But thanks everyone for coming. I appreciate it. We're stepping on Honda's chat, so I'll just say thanks for coming, and I appreciate everything you all do. And this is just another example of the things you all do when you come together, because you are people that care. We don't sit around pimping flashlights and creating conspiracy theories. We sit around and actually do good if we can. So I appreciate it. Appreciate everything y'all do. And I will see you all tomorrow, probably at 4 p.m., maybe 5, but probably 4. All I got to do tomorrow is I'm going to wash my cars in my truck and clean out the insides. So, but I do have to work tomorrow because I have to film Monday's chat, or show. But other than that, you know what I mean. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Until then, I'll see you later.